Positive Spin, presenting positive, innovative, and solution-oriented news from around the world. In today's program, we'll learn how to unite in action to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals. It will take stock of what needs to happen to achieve the goals. After that, young Latinos will talk about their feelings of identity and belonging. Then we'll hear a young girl's inspiring poem entitled For the Dreamers. And we'll experience the ways young people in Kenya are celebrating their talent. Following that, we'll visit the Hammersmith Art Gallery in Cathedral City, California during the annual Open Studios weekend. And we'll hear a DACA recipient share his concerns for the future. Following that, the City Choir of Derry, Ireland performs the song Dream. And finally, we'll hear some personal messages of peace.
It is so decided.
In 2015, world leaders made a promise for the well-being of all people and the planet.
We need action
to reach the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. There's progress in life expectancy and disease prevention. There's greater gender parity in management positions. Many developing economies have seen a growing middle class. Safe sanitation and basic hygiene services are becoming the norm. More than 95% of the global population have access to mobile broadband networks. The future of energy is cleaner. Unfortunately, at the halfway point, only 15% of SDG targets are on track, and more than a third are stagnated or in regression. More than 780 million people face chronic hunger. More than 100 million families are fleeing war, conflict, and human rights violations. Social protection, education, and healthcare are still out of reach for too many. Human rights are under assault. With the planet warming at 1.1 degrees Celsius, extreme weather is wreaking devastation around the world. Biodiversity is being lost at an alarming rate. These global threats must be overcome with smarter solutions, renewed ambition and determination, and recognition of what has not succeeded in the past. We must commit investments from billions to trillions in increasing social protection and decent jobs, transforming education, digitalization, energy transition, food system transition, and environmental protection. To get there, we need global solidarity for the planet, for people, for generations to come.
No excuses, no delays. Promises made must be promises kept.
I identify as a Hispanic American.
Afro-Latina.
Mexican-American.
Chicana.
Mexican.
Afro-Latino.
To my family, I am Puerto Rican. To the country, I am Latina.
Growing up, I felt as though I was too Black to be Latina and too Latina to be Black.
Chicana, I think, identifies more of the political and social values that I hold more than just where my family's from.
I don't feel pressure to be more Latino or American. I'm comfortable with who I am, like culturally.
How can I be Mexican when I'm pressured to be more American? How can I be American when I'm pressured to be more Mexican?
My family, growing up, wanted me to, stick with my Hispanic roots, but also did not want me to show those roots to the world.
A lot of the times people didn't even know that I was Cuban because I guess I don't look like your typical Cuban.
My mom is Mexican, so I've always grown up with her culture, with her language, while being American doesn't come up as easily.
I've gotten people assume, even other Latinos assume that I'm white or that I'm not Latina or Chicana. It definitely hurts, but at the same time, it's not something that I can control. I think I can do my best to project that identity.
It's hilarious when you walk into a room and they don't think you're Caucasian enough, you're not American enough, you're not Latino enough.
Being Latino isn't as accepted as it should be.
It makes me feel pressured to fit a certain mold here in the United States. But now that I'm older, it's more like, it's what I make of it.
That doesn't stop me from being proud of who I am and where I'm from.
And then ultimately, I think what you settle on is how you view yourself.
We're kind of stripped in a lot of cases of our Spanish tongue and our Spanish heritage and told it's really important that you only speak English.
Because if you're from a Spanish-speaking country and you can't speak Spanish, it's harder for you to connect with the people there.
And not being ashamed when you do speak Spanish, but also not being ashamed if you weren't taught it.
Okay, so Spanish is not my first language because my parents were afraid of me being discriminated against because they were discriminated against. And now they're hurting me because I'm not Latino enough because Spanish is not my first language. But they don't know that I couldn't speak Spanish because my parents were afraid of me getting hurt.
My parents have already done all the work for me. And that's why I feel like I have like a bright future ahead of me because the work's already been done. All I have to do is like harvest what has been put on the ground.
But it's about me and other Afro-Latinos working really hard and continuing to make strides.
I feel like this country has a lot of opportunity for me.
When you have pushed another human being towards the light, towards positivity, towards a voting booth, towards using their power, you are powerful.
People are telling us as Hispanics that we don't belong here. That's kind of motivated us to join together as a Hispanic community and say, we do belong here. And despite what you're saying, I will prove to you why I do belong here.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
In 1885, 16-year-old Frederick Drumpf arrived in America with a hunger in his eyes that helped him build a restaurant from the ground up. And from the ground down, travelers tried and pried the land for Klondike gold. As they were sold Frederick's food and drink, he took the fortune from their pockets before they can even make it to the promised land. Now, isn't that an American dream? And isn't it a shame that if his grandson Donald Trump was president in his time, it would be impossible for him to be here? In 2017, there are immigrant children that been in America with a dream in their eyes, but the rich just want them rounded up and grounded down into nothing but a bad American dream. So they try to pry them from their rights, which are more valuable than gold. And as usual, Americans taking the fortune from their future before they're even granted the promise this land gave them. Isn't it a shame? They have to experience this in America. America, you are an immigrant. Except you are a first generation that destroyed many generations, told us it was for the greater good, but the greater good was for the greater greed, stole land, lives, and lied about liberty, yet still asked for second chances, and they gave them to you because you will always be our mother. You are the stereotype our president looks for. You are the hypocrite we know, and you don't know. If someone has to leave because they are an immigrant, then all of us have to go. What made you forget your roots? What made you want to uproot children that came here just like you? Did you only adopt them for the paycheck? I can't tell if they need DACA or DIFUS, but the children are suffering. You call some dreamers, but took their reason to sleep at night. The night light that barely keeps police away. To get rid of the Deferred Action of Childhood Arrivals Act is to bring about the deferred dreams of over 800,000 children. Where did this self-hatred come from? You can't tell someone you're going to take everything away without giving it back threefold. Your children have followed your rules, but you continue to punish them for following you. Maybe it's you that needs to go back to where you came from. You are the far bigger criminal. You forgot about Puerto Rico, probably got it mixed with Mexico, thought the hurricanes could do your dirty work. That's why it took you so long to kiss the wound. America, you are the mother of immigrants, the holy grail of rebellion. But freedom is no longer your last name, more like last result. There are no other people in America than Americans. America, you will always be our mother. But if you won't help us, it's time for you to step down and let us find our own way to care for each other. For the dreamers.
The youth who are here in the camp, they are the next generation. We can do something in future and we are capable of it.
There's a lot here that's like basically buried. If you uncover it, the world doesn't know what's coming.
Here in camp, we're only preparing ourselves for the future, to meet what's coming ahead of us as better people of tomorrow.
Everybody needs to know that Kakuma has got talent. Kakuma has been here since 1992. Today we are talking of over 180,000 refugees from 19 different nationalities. They have talents, they have skills, and the only difference between anybody out there and them is that they had to cross a border running for their dear lives.
The talent is awesome. The amazing thing here is that the mix of cultures makes it all the richer. I think they have the potential to take the world.
Kakuma Got Talent is just that loud voice that invites everybody out there to know that in this dusty place, in this hot place, in this place of refuge, there are people who have talent. All they are looking for is an opportunity.
My talent is dance, and dance is the most thing that I love. I feel something so very fantastic in my life, even in my body.
Most people believe that everything belongs to boys, even dancing. We decided that this year we have to show them what a man can do, a woman can do, not even better, best.
I was started singing in 2016. When I sing, I feel so good. I write my songs and my message is all about peace.
The judges will select the winners. They are going to get various awards so that they can use their win as a launch pad, albeit locally, for what they want to do.
These competitions, it means a lot to me. It brings about all the communities. It's great about link with the other people, other tribe. To participate, to show your culture, show your talents is the best thing.
We felt so good. We felt even like heroes on the stage. The music was flowing with us. We felt like, wow, this chance we're never going to miss it ever again. This is our day.
Feel the rhythm. Take me there. Feel the rhythm.
We're here at Hammersmith Gallery because today is a day when artists all over this area come together and celebrate their art and open their studios so people can experience the wonderful beauty of their artist's expression. We're here with the owners.
Hi, Gordon Smith, my wife, Freda Pasaltis.
Or Freda Hammersmith.
Okay, both, okay. It's possible to have more than one name, especially when people with the he's and the she's and all the different, you know.
That's right.
Anyway, so tell us a little bit about the gallery first. I know this one's been open a couple of months. So how's it feel?
That's very exciting.
It's exciting.
And
it's
overwhelming.
Scary, it's overwhelming. It's a little different. Something new for us. We're both working artists, so we're used to just doing our work in our own space.
Right.
This is the first time we've ventured into having our own gallery, and we're showing work of friends, people we know.
Oh.
And there's 5 of us represented here now, and that's how we're starting the gallery with these 5 people: Gomez Bueno, and David Lewin, Youn, Freda, and myself.
So tell us a little bit about your specific art. And I was drawn to these pieces over here, which I believe is part of your creativity.
Yes, that was actually, it's very much a story of creation. And you'll always see a 6-pointed star or a Merkaba in all of my pieces and in my jewelry. And this is really, this is the story of creation and unconditional love being spread through the universe. As above as below, where you have the roots of the trees coming up into the clouds, into the universe. And really, most of my work will talk about that. And my jewelry also speaks of that. It's the tree of life and the Merkaba. And I go along my journey, and then I ended up doing an album cover for the drummer of Boston, Curly Smith, and Fire City Funk, which was great fun to do, and that went viral, so that was a whole new world for me. And I'm excited to see what it's going to bring, because now we're in a whole different world here, which we love. We love the Palm Springs area, so this is very exciting for us. We were never gallerists, we're really true artists, so this is very exciting to bring people in that we love, and we love their work, and they have the same visions we do. But they express it in different ways. So it's really been fun. It's exciting. This is the piece over here, Imagine Peace, was the COVID virus being transmuted into love with the dragonfly of peace over it. So that piece was really about transmuting sickness and war into love and peace and wellness.
So over here we have these amazing pieces of art. I understand it's all glass. Every single aspect of this is glass. Can you please tell us more about it?
Sure. This particular type of glass working, it's kind of a subcategory of glass blowing, although you're not doing any blown work. It's referred to as flame working or lamp working, and you sit at a torch and you work with colored crystal or clear crystal, depending on what it is you're doing, and you hand sculpt the entire design out of colored crystal. And once you've got your design sculpted, you then encase it in clear crystal. And it's a hot process. Like I said, you're working with a torch and a very small flame to make the motif or the design. And then you're working with solid pieces of clear crystal to encase it. And the temperatures range anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a very hot process and very delicate one to do. It's rare. These are considered collector's items. There's very few people in the world today. In the big picture, I guess there might be 15 or 17 people doing this particular type of glass working currently. So that's a quick version of this particular type of work. I'm Gordon. Greta?
And Freda Hammersmith, Mrs. Hammersmith Studios. And we're in the Palm Springs area. And we just want to send a message of peace, love, and healing for the whole world. Boy, can we use it.
Yeah, we can. We sure can. Yeah.
Because of the war, I lost everything and was forced to flee my country
and start a new life here in Georgia.
სოციალურად პასუხისმგებლიან დამსაქმებლებს გვაქვს იმის ძალა, რომ ადამიანების ცხოვრება უკეთესობისკენ შევცვალოთ. ჩვენი თანამშრომლის საიდ იუსიფის ისტორია ამის საუკეთესო მაგალითია.
For refugees, including myself, we are going through most difficult challenge in this world that unfortunately most of the people can't even imagine. Giving the chance to refugee start working, it is very important because every refugee is like a unique book that have different backgrounds, face different challenges.
Когда я была маленькая, я даже не могла подумать, что будет война, что я перееду в другую страну, что в 18 лет мне придется работать официанткой в другой стране, где я не знаю ни языка, ни другие обычаи, чтобы обеспечить свою семью.
The job is main opportunity for life and me also every people because we don't have job, we cannot use money, we cannot survive. Everything is changed for me because I get new job and I survive for my life.
მუდმივად ვცდილობთ, რომ ვიყოთ სოლიდარულები იმ ადამიანების მიმართ, განსაკუთრებით, ვისაც აქვს ამის საჭიროება, ამ შემთხვევაში ბენეფიციარებს, რომლებიც იძულებით გადაადგილებულები არიან თავიანთი ქვეყნიდან.
ჩვენთვის ძალიან ახლო არის ის პრობლემა, რა პრობლემის წინაშეც ისინი წარდგნენ, იმიტომ რომ ჩვენ ეს გზა უკვე გავლილი გვაქვს. ჩვენი ვალდებულება არის ერთმანეთს გაუწვდენოთ დახმარების ხელი და ერთმანეთს დავეხმაროთ ახალი ცხოვრების დაწყებაში.
Когда я утром прихожу на работу, у меня появляется настроение. Мне поднимает настроение мой коллектив. У меня каждый день новые эмоции, я каждый день изучаю что-то новое. Также меня здесь девочки обучают грузинскому языку.
Good opportunity, good environment, and people also too much happy. So I so happy in this job.
Since I started working here, I feel more connected to people, helping other peoples with their problems, with their issues every single day. And the second part is that I can be more independent and support my family financially and mentally, of course.
ტოლვილების დასაქმებისას ჩვენ მათ არა მხოლოდ სამუშაოს, არამედ უკეთესი ცხოვრების და მომავლის შანსს ვაძლევთ. World-Vision-თან პარტნიორობა და ასევე გაეროს ტოლვილთა სააგენტოს მიერ დაფინანსებულ პროექტებში მონაწილეობა ამის ძალიან კარგი მაგალითი და დასტურია. ამიტომ ჩვენ გავაგრძელებთ ამ პროექტში მონაწილეობას და გვჯერა, რომ ერთად შევძლოთ პოზიტიური ცვლილებების განხორციელებას.
Being an ally for LGBTQ refugees means really listening to their experiences, who they are and their lives, and advocating for them based off of what they need and based on what they share.
You gave me an orchid.
Yes.
Actually, for my housewarming, and the orchid has been like basically like a friendship. Have been flourished since. Also, the fact that he's working here with Oram gave us the chance in a relationship to talk about politics and talk about things that are deep. I think it was like deeper into our friendship. And what is cool is that even though we might not be in the same page all the time, we're very respectful, and our queerness comes above any other things. So that's great.
Minneapolis is a welcoming place for LGBTQ people. We have a very vibrant queer community here in Minneapolis. I really want to encourage, members of my fellow community, LGBTQ community, to become refugee allies, especially for LGBTQ refugees who not only have to flee their homes and live outside of what they know, but then also experience double marginalization because of their LGBTQ identities and their identities as a refugee.
I am Richard Hovel. Peace means to me, I think, especially when you're doing an art walk like this, it's all about individuals and accepting that everybody's different and how much more interesting the world is when people are different. Instead of rejecting, embracing, and reaching out and loving is so much more rich and interesting a way to live your life.
Hello, my peace message is to try to treat everyone how you want to be treated, be kind to others, and yeah, my name is Brianna Reyes. Peace.
Peace for all, we need it. 2025 has been coming with a fiery swing in more ways than one. Right now, this is another renaissance for us artists to really be a part of the community and speak on what we're feeling through all our avenues of creation and expression. So this is very important, and that's my peace point right now, I'd say.
Thank you for watching Positive Spin. This show is made possible through the generosity of the Patty and Jack Wright Foundation and the Prem Rawat Foundation. Watch us on Free Speech TV. Watch and subscribe to our previous episodes on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and our other online platforms. I'm Bill McCarthy. Stay safe and healthy, and remember, everyone can create their own positive news.
Your love